Yes, I am representing my information bits or the bits to the using the phase of the cosine signals or the sinusoidal signals, right. Now see, till now we have said any P1, P2, P3, P4 can be used, right, for the bit to bit to waveform mapping, right. You understood?
Yeah.
But now we are coming from the very general to mostly used schemes in our digital communication setup. So, M array PSK. M array PSK means you are now sending the information bits using the phase of the just hang on, everything will be clear. 0 pi by 2 pi and 3 pi by 2. So, if this is my bit to constellation mapping, bit to waveform mapping, can you make a constellation point from this? So, this is your P1T, this is your P2T, this is your P3T and this is your P4T, and you have seen that in fact all the information is only in the phase, therefore you call it phase shift key. Now the thing is clear.
Can you repeat this statement?
You are mapping 0 0 to this, 0 1 to this, 1 0 to this, 1 1 is this, but you have can see from this waveform that all the information is only at the phase part of this signal.
Correct.
So, there you are shifting the phase, therefore it is phase shift key.
Got it.
And what means M array? Here M means the value of M is 4, 1 2 3 4, 4 points, therefore it is called 4 PSK. 4 PSK you can write 4 PSK. Since there is how many values?
So M represents 4 shifts of phase value.
You can think out like that, or 4 constellation points. So, you can draw the constellation, yes or no? क्या है? You have to first find out what is the minimum number of, बोलो, basis, yes or no?
Yes.
So, I claim that this is the where k is the normalization factor, where k is the normalization factor because we have to make sure that energy is 1, right. So, I say that k is some normalization factor, accordingly I will take the decision what will be the value of k. Agar if you want to know, I think you can you can find out, I think it is root 2 by t, I think. So, you can do it, you can simply do it. I am not applying Gram-Schmidt to it. What you have to do? You have to apply Gram-Schmidt, yes or no? Bolo.
Yes.
It will give you 2 bases. If you apply, it will give you 2 bases.
Sir, energy is always 1.
हाँ, हमने बोला था कि this is the property of the orthonormal basis, that the energy is 1, and so therefore you have to put this. If you solve it, you will get something, right. If you solve it, you will get it in this form. The form of these 2 bases will be this. You understood my point? You provide this to the Gram-Schmidt procedure algorithm, it will give you this. Now, is it clear or not? Where k will make sure that energy is 1, and therefore k satisfies this. Yes or no? Abhi clear hai ki nahi? I just don't want you to remember value of k for now, that is why I have written k. Otherwise, if you solve it, if you pass these to Gram Smith, you will get some value which will be root 2 by t.
That is clear.
Huh.
So just one question here.
Hmm.
While we were writing this, we
Hmm.
wrote the shifts of the phases 0,
Hmm.
pi by 2.
Hmm. Hmm.
In the right hand side in the geometrical representation,
Hmm.
those things don't come into picture.
अरे अभी तो मैंने कॉन्स्टेलेशन पॉइंट कहाँ बनाए. Anyways, so this is your P1T or S1T, whatever you want to represent. आएंगे don't worry. So now our aim is to represent each of this in terms of these bases. So as you can see, S1T is cos 2 pi FCT, right? So S1T will be 1 by k. This is your S1. देख लो S1 क्या है, 1 by k और 0. Yes or no? The corresponding S1T will be 1 by k into k cos 2 pi FCT plus 0 into k sin 2 pi FCT which is equal to cos of 2 pi. ठीक है, देख लो सही है कि नहीं. Is it okay? So this is your S1 vector. What will be the S2? 0.
Can you please, sorry, but can you please tell how you got 1 by integration?
नहीं नहीं भाई, S1T है क्या, cos 2 pi FCT है.
Yes.
और यहाँ पर क्या है, what should be the value of this to make it cos 1 by k. मैंने तुमसे बोला था ना रिवर्स प्रोसेस करना पड़ता है. वंस यू हैव phi 1t एंड phi 2t, नाउ यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट व्हाट इज S1t का कोफिशिएंट. S1t क्या है, S1t है व्हाट इज द वेट ऑफ S1t ओवर तो बताओ S11 into 1 by k, sorry, phi 1t is k cos 2 pi FCT plus S21 sin 2 pi FCT k, and we know S1t क्या है, cos 2 pi FCT. So S11 क्या हो जाएगा बताओ, और S21 क्या हो जाएगा, S11 will be. बस एग्जैक्ट प्रोसेस क्या है, आपको S1t पे इसको इसके ऊपर प्रोजेक्ट करना पड़ेगा. नाउ S1t को इसके ऊपर प्रोजेक्ट करना पड़ेगा. दैट वी हैव डिस्कस्ड राइट इन द लास्ट क्लास. यू हैव नॉट डन येट द असाइनमेंट, दैट इज वाई देयर इज सम कंफ्यूजन. डू इट, इट विल बी क्लियर. ठीक है, once you are done with the assignment, that how to convert, if I give you a set of waveforms, what was the first part, you have to give the basis, and the second part was now you have to write those waveforms in terms of basis. ठीक है, अभी S3 बताओ क्या होगा और S4 बताओ. Please ask if you have any confusion. You have 4 waveforms, set of waveforms. Now your aim is to draw the constellation points, that's it. And the method is first find out the basis, then find out the representation of each waveform in terms of basis, and then draw it. You understood my point, Abhishek? The steps are clear. Since I have done it many times, the things are easy for me.
Steps are
Yeah, steps must be clear, and you become a bit comfortable when you do it many times. So since I have done it many times, I am comfortable. ठीक है, now it is clear. अभी S3T क्या है, देखो इसको how can you write, cos 2 pi FCT is easily written as cos, sorry, somebody told me write cos 2 phi in terms of phi 1 t and phi 2 t. I can easily write because I can see it. Otherwise, what you have to do, you have to project it and you have to find out these coefficients. But by observing also you can do that, na? You understood my point. This is your phi 1 t, this is your phi 2 t. If you want to represent this in terms of phi 1 t and phi 2 t, you have to first project this over this, then project this over this. Project means you have to do this. This will give you this point. You understood my point, Abhishek? And this point you have to evaluate S1t projection over phi 2t. And I told you that while solving this Gram-Schmidt, you always go through these steps. So, you have these values, so you can put it, right. But here, since the things are simpler, you can just by observing say what is the amount of phi 1 t in it and what is the amount of phi 2 t in it. There is no use point of doing these two. You understood? Now, is it clear? Okay. Similarly, cos 2 pi f c t plus pi by 2 is sin of 2 pi f c t. Yes or no? Cos of 2 pi f c t plus pi by 2 is minus sin of 2 pi f c t. Yes or no? Please tell me if I am wrong. Cos pi by 2 plus theta. Yes. So, I am using this identity. If you do not remember, just you can check it. इसमें डाउट है क्या किसी को? अभिषेक? ओह माई इट्स माई पॉइंट. देखो भाई, तुम्हें कॉस थीटा प्लॉट करना आता है? दिस इज योर कॉस थीटा, यस और नो? Now shift it by pi by 2 phases. From where you will start? This is pi by 2. This is 2 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2. Sorry, 0 pi by 2, 2 pi by 2. Yes. So you will shift by. So you will start from here. Don't you think this is sin minus sin theta?
Yes.
So yes, cos pi by 2 plus theta is minus sin theta. Verified. ठीक है, चल. Now we were.
Yeah, that is clear.
Now it is clear. So minus sin of this, you have to write what is the amount of phi 1 t in it and phi 2 t in it. लिखो. So 0 of k cos 2 pi f c t and minus 1 by k of k sin 2 pi f c t. Yes or no? So it's very easy. So now you can write it as equivalently your S2 point is 0 minus 1 by k. So your S2 no, it's 0 comma 1 by k. There is something wrong. So S2 should come out here, right? Yes. So this should be S2. You see, I also make mistakes sometimes. Everybody does it. So just make sure that I am not making any mistake. अभी ठीक है? Abhishek, conceptually, I think I am right till now.
Yes.
So now S3t is cos fct plus pi, right?
That is 0 again.
अरे यार, cos 2 pi fct plus pi क्या होता है? cos pi plus theta क्या होता है? I think minus cos theta होता है. Yes, minus cos theta. So if this is the case, then it is equal to minus cos 2 pi fct. So by this logic you can easily write your S3 vector as minus 1 by k comma comma 0. So, draw it. So, this is your minus 1 by k comma 0, perfectly written. Now, S4, let us see, your S4t is bolo
Sine
cos 2 pi f c t plus 3 pi by 2. So, I think it should be equal to cos 2 pi f c t plus pi by 2, and we know that cos pi plus something is minus cos of 2 pi f c t plus pi by 2, and cos of pi by 2 plus something is minus sine of 2 pi f c t, which is equal to sine of 2 pi f c t.
सर वो ग्राफ से भी हमें पता चल सकता है।
ग्रास पता लग सकता है, वेरी गुड. सो cos 2
चार स्टेप हम आगे गए।
pi by 2, 2 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, which is same as sine. पता लग सकता है. नेक्स्ट अभी क्या करने का? सो नाउ व्हाट यू हैव टू राइट एस 4t इज cos of 2 pi f c t plus 3 pi by 2, which is equal to sine of 2 pi f c t, and by looking into it you can easily write that it is 0 of phi 1 t or 0 of phi 1 t plus 1 by k of phi 2. So, 0 1 by k, so 0 1 by k. So, indirectly the things is now better. I have made a mistake that I put S2 here. So, S2 यहाँ होगा, S4 अभी क्लियर है.
सर ये लास्ट वाला जो है since it came out to be sine 2 pi f c t,
अरे यार
पॉजिटिव y axis, right?
भाई तुम्हारा phi 1 t क्या है? k cos 2 pi f c t, which is 0 plus 1 by k times k sin 2 pi f c t. तो तुम्हारा phi 1 t और ये रख लो, 0 times this half 1 by k times this, put it here, 0 times this phi 1 t 1 by k times this, so 0 1 by k. क्या प्रॉब्लम क्या है? ऊपर ही है S4 ना, वही तो मैंने बोला कि earlier I made a mistake. Yes, yes, yes. That is what I said, that earlier I made a mistake that I put S2 here, but since now we have solved it step by step from the first principle, I have got my mistake that it must be like this. Right.
Yeah.
So, so BPSK, now you can draw constellation point of QPSK very easy, right? With given mapping, with this mapping for quadrature means Q means 4 PSK, you can for the given mapping, these 4 are your constellation points. S1, S2, S3, S4, and this axis is k cos 2 pi f c t, which is your first basis. This is your k sin 2 pi f c t, which is your second basis, and your value of k is a normalization factor, which ensures that energy of this is 1, and accordingly you have written this value is 1 upon so you have to write accordingly what we have written. So, if I ask this, you have to step by step. So, again I made this mistake. Yes. So, great. So, this is the 4 PSK. So, if any general MPSK we need to plot, how would you plot it? You have seen that if it is 4 PSK, what is the case? That all these S1 you can write as okay, another form if I ask, okay. Cos 2 pi FCT plus sin 2 pi FCT. So, this is the theta. So, if cos of 2 pi FCT plus theta I, your SIT has a form cos 2 pi FCT plus theta I, where theta I is 0, pi by 2, or you will say uh, yes, 0, pi by 2, 2 pi by 2. So, 0, 2 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 4 pi by 2. So, now if you increase number of points from 4 to 6 or 8, sorry, what would happen? 8 PSK. Now, you have 8 PSK. क्या होगा? Now, you have to divide your whole theta 2 for the 8 points, right? Abhishek? So, if there are 8 points, I think you have to divide your thetas, which will come. You can also do like this. There is no harm in that. You understood my point, Abhishek? So, there are 8 points and you can put it like this. Similarly, for QPSK case also you can do like this also. You can put 4 points here. The mapping will change a bit. What would be the mapping now? 0, 0 is mapped to cos of 2 pi FCT plus pi by 4. The other point is mapped to 0, 1 cos of 2 pi FCT plus pi by 2 plus pi by 4, 3 pi by 4. So, this is pi by 4, this is 3 pi by 4 plus 5 pi by 4, or you can do 1 1 here and 1 0 here, cos of 2 pi FCT plus 7 pi by 4. So, there is one more way to do the same thing, and if you again find its basis, the basis will be same. So, this point will be accordingly, it will have some this and this value, this will have this and this value. So, take it as a home assignment and solve it. You understood my point? Now, your aim is to represent S1T in terms of these two, S2T, S3T and S4T. So, you have to draw the corresponding vectors. You have to write the corresponding vectors. You understood my point? What you have to do? You need to find out these two. Abhishek, is my question clear to you? Also find k. K की वैल्यू भी फाइंड करना है आपको. क्या होगा? ठीक है. Write it as an assignment. Next assignment. Maybe part A, maybe I would give one more. Let's see how we progress. But I hope the question is clear, that we are now doing the same for PSK, because we are putting information in phases, we are shifting the phase. So, we can call it PSK. There are 4 points, this is also a 4-point PSK, but the
QPSK only, right?
that is also QPSK, that is also QPSK. Q means quad,
QPSK means
quadrature.
quad.
Quadrature means all the phases are pi by 2 differ. Quadrature means 2 pi by 4 means pi by 2. The difference between phases is pi by 2. Total 2 pi divide by 4, the difference between phases is pi. So, here also the phases are in pi by 2. So, this is in quadrature in phase, that is what is called QPSK. So, this is also a QPSK, but these points will be having different values. But what happens, okay, we will not go it again, okay, ठीक है. So, up to this point, so now we were discussing how you can write this generally. कैसे लिख सकते हैं now? You can write your SIT as cos of 2 pi FCT plus 2 pi by I think it is pi by 4, right? So, just check if this is M PSK, sorry, can we write like this? So, S1t will be equal to only this, the theta corresponding to S1t. So, theta 1t will be I is equal to 1 0, okay, theta 2 will be I is equal to 2, since M is 4, we are saying that can we write any MPSK like this. So, for this I am just verifying if I am right or wrong. So, QPSK M will be 4 theta 2. So, 2 pi by 4 into 3 pi by 2 I I is 1, so this I think 1 into 2 pi by 4 h pi by 2. So, as you can see, pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, 2 pi by 4, 1357 pi by 4. So, it is 2 pi by 4 into 2. No, it's pi by 4, so you can write it like this. 2 pi by half. Okay, so general form we have to see. Give me 1 minute, I would just check it. So, we are just trying to write what is the formula for any M PSK, M array PSK. If somebody just check it and tell me, then it would be I would really appreciate that. 2i minus 1 pi by 4. So if this is the case, is equal to 1 will give you pi by 4 okay. So if there are 8 points, our theta is following this. So you have to put I as 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So pi by 8, theta 2 would be, you understood my point what I am doing? This is your theta 1, this is your theta 2, this is your theta 3, and so you are having 4 different phases to represent each of these point, right? What are the distinguishing factor? Theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, theta 4. Right? So you can also write like this. So in general you can write like this. In general any MPSK can be written like this. So I am asking you to draw 8 points. So it will be theta 1 pi by 8, theta 2 will be pi by 8 multiplied with 2i minus 1. Let me see if this is right. So it's a very trivial thing, though I just 5 pi by 8, this is 5 pi by 8, this is 7 pi by 8, 9 pi by 8, 11 pi by 8, 13 pi by 8, 15 pi by 8. So there are, so you can always write any MRE PSK in this form, where t is between 0 to ठीक है, 0 otherwise, only for this interval. Abhishek, is it clear what I did here? See, for m is equal to 4, this is the mapping. So I am just defining a very general mapping which applies to any m. You understood my point? It can be 4, it can be 8, it can be 16. You can further go to 16. Just you have to use this formula, and you have for 16 your I will go from 1 to 16 and your m will be 16. You have to put it here and you will get the all the points. You understood my point? Of course this ठीक है, so you will get the points, and this will be k cos 2 pi f c t. ठीक है, अभी is it clear now? See, for any PSK we have 4 different phases which carry the information, right? In other words, so now your second task is draw 16 PSK in Python. ड्रॉ कर लोगे कॉन्स्टलेशन पॉइंट, 16 कॉन्स्टलेशन पॉइंट्स. पहले 4 करना फिर 16 करना. तो जब 4 करोगे, so when you plot you will also see these values. For example, you have plotted this equation for 4, so you will get these 4 points, yes or no? बोलो.
सर बट यही 4 पॉइंट कैसे आएंगे? पहले वाला जो आपने कॉम्बिनेशन दिखाया था वैसा भी आ सकता है?
नहीं नहीं, मैंने ऐसा रखा है इसको, इस फार्मूले को ऐसे बनाया है. माई फार्मूला इज लाइक दिस. पुट करो ना, आई को 1 पुट करो, 2 करो, 3 करो, 4 करो. If my formula was like this, 2i by m into pi, I think, then I is equal to, and I will 0 1 2 3. अगर ऐसा होता, you understood my point? It depends upon how you formulate. ये है ना, ये how you are formulating this, you understood or not? क्या और बताऊं? Yes or no बोलो अभिषेक. Have you understood or not? My बस the question is this.
Yes sir, I understood.
हाँ ठीक है. So it depends how you are applying this equation. So here I have applied this equation like this. You can just draw 4 points. So you will see their coordinates and it should match whatever you have solved in this assignment. Draw it in Python using this formula. Vary m from 1 to 4 and I fix m to 4, vary I from 1 to 3 4. You will get 4 points. Draw it and match that these constellations should match whatever you have calculated in this. Here, understood my point? So you can verify whether okay.
सर तो पाइथन में क्या करना है?
Python में इसको प्लॉट करना है. Once you plot it, you will get no m is equal to 4 and m is equal to 16 both. So once you plot m is equal to 4, you will get these 4 points. So you just check these 4 points का coordinates. These coordinates must match whatever you have solved it here. You understood now?
Okay.
Yes.
Whatever you have solved, that should match.
हाँ, of course it should match ना. मैच करेगा, डोंट वरी, करके देखो. इफ देयर इज डाउट, आई मीन इफ विल सी इट. आई होपफुली आई मेक सेंस, राइट?
Yes sir. कैसे करेगा? फॉर्मूला में समझना.
नहीं नहीं नहीं, लेट मी सी, मैंने कुछ गलत तो नहीं बोला. बिकॉज यहाँ पर जो है ना, ये जो बेसिस है, द बेसिस विच आई चोज हियर is this. So these constellation points are with respect to this. You understood my point? But there all will have unit value. No, it will not match. The reason is, since you are drawing, so all of this will have, I think, only now I have a bit. 1 second. So these are the 4 points which will नहीं, तुम ये ड्रॉ करोगे जब, तो तुमको भी तो लेना पड़ेगा ना. एट द टाइम व्हेन यू विल ड्रॉ इट, यू ऑल्सो हैव टू check. You understood my point? This formula will give you these waveforms. There, I mean, now I have to make things clear. Okay. So what I asked you, so if theta I केवल ड्रॉ कराऊँ मैं आपसे, if theta I only ड्रॉ कराऊँ मैं आपसे, तब I hopefully it will match. Because no. No, it will not match. So it will give you only theta i's. You understood my point, Abhishek? See, this is a equation of waveforms. So if you draw it, you will have cos of like this, na? Something like in this shifted version. So how these two things are separate. Now, so then you represent each with respect to the basis, then you would get this. So you will not get this, right? If only you plot theta I, then you will get some value of theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, theta 4.
Basically, we won't get constellation map. We will get
Waveforms, yeah. So so the second assignment is to see the waveforms. QPSK waveforms. Only QPSK click karo. So leave for 16. So the second assignment is the objective or aim is to draw the QPSK waveform. That is would be a better objective. That draw the QPSK waveform, and the first was draw the constellation. Now things are clear. Okay. You can take capital T value as some 4, 5, whatever time you want, 2 seconds or accordingly. Okay. So till now, if you have any doubt, please ask. We have diverted a bit, so but now the things are in line. So yes, this equation is required to see the waveforms. That is why I was trying to get this equation, that I wanted to all of you to see the waveforms. For m is equal to 4, now you can also change m is equal to 8 and you can see the waveforms, all the possible waveforms. That's it. Yes. Now the things are clear.
Shall we take a small break and may I take a 10 minutes?
Please, go ahead.